Can you believe this day out in the sunset? When everyone questioned why we put solar panels out in the Sunset Reservoir, well, now you all know there is sun out in the sunset. I'm Laura Spangen. I'm Assistant General Manager at the San Francisco Public Utilities Commission, and I'm so happy to be out here today with all of these amazing people. This team is the team that is responsible for this one of the largest municipal solar installations in the United States, which is right here in the middle of very dense San Francisco. So if we can do it with very limited land, we know that other cities across the U.S. can do it as well. So this is our soon to be our 5 megawatt solar project. You're seeing right now about 5,000 solar panels. By the end of the year, there will be 24,000 solar panels on this reservoir roof, which is amazing. And we started out about 5 years ago when our Assistant General Manager for Power, Barbara Hale, who is really responsible for this amazing project, she started out with in her portfolio, she only had one solar project, and that was on Moscone Center. And since then, she has built many small solar projects totaling to about 2 megawatts of solar. And then, of course, she said, well, we need to go bigger. And she started working with her staff on this large-scale 5 megawatt solar project. So I just want to give her a huge round of applause, Barbara Hale, for this amazing project. And her team, her renewables team, John Doyle, Laurie Mitchell, and Jamie Seidel. Thank you so very much for all of your work on this as well. So one of the other people who's not standing right here next to me who's responsible for this, two other people, Ed Harrington, General Manager of the SFPUC, and the Mayor Gavin Newsom, they're both on their way. They'll be here in a few minutes. So we'll have them speak when they arrive. But the person who helped us, when this idea came to Barbara Hale's head and we started working on it at the SFPUC and got it through our commission, and the mayor, immediately said how much he would love to support building this project. The next place that we had to get, our last place we had to get approval from was the San Francisco Board of Supervisors. And if many of you who followed this project, it was actually, there was a lot of controversy around the project, and there were some challenging moments at the Board of Supervisors. And the two supervisors who really stuck their necks out and knew this was an amazing project is the sponsor of the project and the person whose district this is in, and that's Supervisor Carmen Chu. So please welcome Supervisor Carmen Chu.
Well, first off, I want to say welcome to the Sunset District and to the reservoir. It's my honor to be the District 4 Supervisor here, but I also want to have a very, very big thank you to the many people who made this project possible. Of course, to the PUC and their very, very competent staff, Ed Harrington, Laura Spangen, Barbara Hale, and your team. Thank you very much for bringing this idea to the forefront and helping to negotiate us getting to this place. I also want to thank the very many advocates, the labor leaders who really worked behind the scenes to get the support we needed at the Board of Supervisors to move this item forward. And I also want to thank Supervisor Marr. Without his help on the Board of Supervisors, this is also a project that we wouldn't see today. I think what is very important about this project is a little bit of what Laura had talked about before. This is a project that will triple the amount of solar energy that the city generates. It is the largest municipal power facility in the United States. So when this is completed, this will be the largest in the United States. And it's actually very, very fitting that it is right across the street from Lincoln High School, which is also the home of one of our only green tech programs in the city. And so being able to see this project come to fruition means a lot, not only to the school district and the programs that we're running here, not only in terms of the environmental impacts and the environmental advocacy that has come around this project, but also, frankly, for the jobs and the many people that it puts to work. Many of you know this project came online and it put 71 people to work immediately, 21 of which were coming from 8 disadvantaged or zip codes with disadvantaged opportunities. So being able to have that move forward, being able to see this happen in the sunset is something that we very much are happy about. And as Cammie Blackstone, my staffer, says, now that we've got a reservoir, a water supply, and a power supply, the Sunset District can now secede from San Francisco. So thank you for all the folks who have been involved for helping to put this this project forward, and we're very, very happy to see it move forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Chu. Supervisor Chu already mentioned the amazing work of the other member of the Board of Supervisors who really became her partner in this quest to build one of the largest municipal solar projects in the United States. So please welcome to the podium Supervisor Eric Marr.
I'll just say that I didn't do very much in this project compared to everyone that's here. I just was a supporter, but you did a lot of work to educate me about the importance of the solar industry, but also environmental organizations, the building trades and workforce development folks. The mayor's office was tremendous in providing information, and I feel really proud that we did the right thing at the Board of Supervisors level to ensure that San Francisco is a leader in this nation, in this state, and that we're really expanding to more than tripling kind of our solar energy in the city. I also wanted to say that it's really important that I got to talk with a lot of the hardworking men and women that are installing this, the 70-plus jobs that it's providing for our communities, and just to see the work being done by San Franciscans and in our workforce development programs as well. It's really important for our city. The last thing I just wanted to say also is that it's great to have Carmen Chu's leadership in the Sunset, but also citywide to promote more of a cleaner and a greener future for our community. So thank you so much to the mayor's office. I'm going to miss Laura Spangian from the PUC as well as she moves on to Houston to help them become a greener place to live. But thank you all for your leadership in making San Francisco a greener and a cleaner place to live. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Marr. So in addition to all the members of the city family and labor and the amazing workforce, our other significant partner in this and the people that are responsible for actually putting the solar here and making sure that it actually turns on and delivers power, that is our partner in this, and that's Recurrent Energy. So please welcome the CEO of Recurrent Energy, Arno Harris.
Thank you. It's really exciting for me to be here today. This is, I think, one of my favorite points in the stage of any project development. This is really the time when all of the hard work that went in ahead of this to really just pushing a lot of paper, getting the agreements in place, getting the financing in place, getting all the equipment procurement stuff in place, begins to actually change from a pile of paper into a real manifestation of what this really was all about, which is building what will be a truly flagship solar power system here in a truly leading city. So it's a very, very exciting moment, and really a manifestation of the vision that I think went into putting this project together. That vision, I think, as others here have remarked, is really a critical part and was a key driver in making sure that this could actually occur. And so I want to thank the folks that really had the political leadership in putting this together. I want to thank the mayor. I want to thank Supervisor Chu, Supervisor Marr. As Laura pointed out, you guys did take a strong position there supporting this project and sponsoring this project. And without that leadership, without that vision, none of this would have happened. I think obviously the other half of that at the city side is the SFPUC team under Ed Harrington, with Barbara Hale, Laura Spangian. Without your help, none of this would have happened either, so thank you very much for that support. We appreciate it very, very deeply. The other thing I think that also is very important to recognize is that a lot more goes into this than just the getting ink on paper and getting the agreements in place. It really takes these hardworking and very skilled folks to actually get out here and spend their time putting all these pieces together and assembling a system and building it. So I would like to recognize our primary contracting partner, Bass Electric, on this project, as well as their subs, Rosendin Electric and Anuzzi Contractors, and a very strong recognition and thanks to the men and women who are here today. And to City Build, the San Francisco City Department, that actually helped us to put together, work with our contractors to put together a vision of what this workforce should look like so that not only we're delivering clean energy to the city, we can also do it in a way that benefits the community and generates the most amount of sort of high-value jobs in the process. Finally, I think the other folks that really deserve appreciation are the advocates who work both on the solar side and on the community advocacy side of things. Vote Solar, instrumental in helping to really demonstrate for the community the importance of this project. The folks at the Sierra Club were also tremendously helpful, as well as Brightline Defense, who was really a key party in helping us to put together that vision for how this project would generate clean jobs and be a great benefit to the community. We're very proud to be a part of this project, really a flagship project delivering clean energy to the city. It's a brilliant example of distributed scale solar, putting a large generating plant right in the middle of a load area so that we're delivering clean energy right where it's needed most. We're also happy to have played a part, I think, in a very unique partnership here between a public and private partnership. Recurrent Energy will own and operate the project after it's completed, selling electricity to the city. And that really enabled two things. It enabled the city to avoid the upfront cost of this system during a difficult economic time. And it allowed us as a private party to take advantage of certain tax benefits that otherwise were not available to the city and pass those through to make that solar power even more affordable. So with that, I think the results are going to be very, very apparent here. We're going to have a system here that will more than triple the amount of solar that we have in the city, with 24,000 modules over 12 acres of land and over 50 green jobs created. I look forward to the day when we can join all of you and the mayor on this site in the not too distant future to throw the switch and put the project into operation and really start delivering that clean power to the city of San Francisco. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Arno. And now, as we all said earlier, really the person who championed this from the very beginning to the very end is the mayor of San Francisco, Mayor Gavin Newsom. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you, guys, and thank you for your patience as we worked our way out here. And congratulations to everybody, in particular Ed Harrington, who really led the charge. You, Laura, that spearheaded this going back almost 2 years, and Tony Whitaker at the time over at the PUC, the three of you making sure that we held ourselves accountable for actually delivering this project. So I want to in particular hold you out as an example of your tenacity and commitment to this effort. To our friends in the building and construction trades, and Michael Theriot, thank you for your leadership and stewardship not only of this process to get to this project, but the other projects that are part of this process, like City Build Academy, where we're actually hiring a few dozen folks directly from our workforce training program, at least 21 people that will benefit because of this project, and the thousands of others that are benefiting from the ongoing training that is taking place at our City Build Academy, and Rhonda and her team that have done an outstanding job there. I want to thank Supervisors Chu and Supervisor Marr for their stewardship and leadership. I want to thank Supervisor Ma in particular for his sponsorship of the legislation that got this PPA, this power purchasing agreement, which I'm sure you've all talked about, so I won't bore you anymore, that got this project financing, or at least the framework of a financing strategy that will allow us to put these 24,000+ panels out here, and has gotten us to this point where, 5,000 or so of these have already been put up. 12 football fields. I mean, this is rather extraordinary what's happening out here. It proves a paradigm that we've all been, at least out here in San Francisco, a lot of us have been advancing, and that is that we can achieve our renewable energy goals and create jobs at the same time. We can advance an environmental framework and footprint that creates opportunities, creates wealth, creates a framework to advance our economic development in this city, and do it in a way that creates opportunities in particular for those that were locked out of the old fossil fuel and industrial economy, and lock people in, make sure they're locked into this new green economy. And that, again, is focusing on workforce training programs that target the African American community, the Latino community, in partnership with labor and the like. And so that's really what we're celebrating. We're not just, as I say all the time, dreaming, we're doing. We're leading by example. The biggest project of its type in the state of California, arguably the country, though we're looking to verify that, but I'm told I can't say that, though I just did. But I know that in the state of California, there's not a bigger project And if we can do it, the rest of the state can do it. If the rest of the state can do it, certainly this country can do it. And it shows the wisdom of programs like AB 32. It shows the wisdom of continuing to stretch in terms of advancing our stretch goals, in terms of creating an environmental framework around energy production and generation. And so I just want to thank all of you for all your hard work. We're current. Thank you for your partnership. To, again, the Board of Supervisors, district reps that are here, and the leadership of Chu and Mar, and to all the rest of the board, that some who struggled more than others. You know who you are. But thank you for coming around eventually, and to the environmental leadership of a lot of the organizations in the Sierra Club on down that believed in this project, that fought for this project, and didn't let the board give up on it, and to Johanna and Wade Crowfoot and all those that helped initiate this and helped deliver it. Well done, and to all the residents of the Sunset for taking pause and giving us the opportunity to rebuild this remarkable reservoir and allow us to actually utilize it, so it's not just a big eyesore sticking out in the neighborhood. Thank you all very much for being out here.
Thank you so much. His name has been mentioned many times already today, but please give a round of applause to Mike Theriot from the Building and Construction Trades. We couldn't do it without you.
You know, when we got here, I was talking to some of the folks in the crowd here who live in this area, and they said they were looking at this reservoir one day and they saw nothing out here, and then it seemed just a few days later they looked out here and saw exactly what you're seeing now. Panel after panel after panel, and brackets to accommodate quite a few more. And I think what that speaks to is the productivity and the quality that are at the center of the ethic of the building trades, and the reason that we are proud to be involved in this project and look forward to more like them. And so I'd like to applaud the workers involved here, the women and men who are doing this work. And I think these panels can be viewed as a foreshadowing, pardon the term, of a lot more to come, not just in energy production, but in energy efficiency here in San Francisco. And I look forward to the continuing involvement of the building trades at the very core of all that work, and remind the city, as they already know, of the tremendous opportunities that we provide for communities throughout the city, communities both that have low-income communities that have not participated in this work traditionally, and the other communities that have. So together we plan to do a lot more of this work. Thank you.
Thank you. As Mike said and the mayor said, we really had an amazing partnership with City Build from the beginning, and I can't thank enough Rhonda Simmons and her team for working with us. But we want you to hear from one of the workers that's part of City Build, that's out here every day putting the solar panels on. So Lonnie, where are you? Lonnie Babosa? Come join me. There you are. Come join me up here. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Lonnie Babosa, and I'm a general laborer from here in San Francisco, and I'm from Local 261. I'm kind of nervous, so I'm just going to make it short. I'm from City Build graduate student, and they really helped me to get out here to this project, and I appreciate it. I work with a lot of great people out here. They're fun to work with. My job out here, we do the, I put together the bars for the panels, and I'm also the gatekeeper, as known as the traffic control, and also do the housekeeping. I just want to say thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, Lonnie. Thank you so much. And our last speaker, before we get to actually show you how to have solar panels installed, we really want to thank one of our major advocates from the environmental community, and that's Adam Browning from Vote Solar. Adam?
Thank you. Just 2 quick points, as I'm the only thing standing between you and the rest of the program. One is that this is only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to what the City of San Francisco and the PUC are doing. There are also incentive programs to help residents go solar. There are also a new financing program that's coming on for both energy efficiency and renewable energy. And this is a major new initiative to develop new wholesale sources of power that we hope will continue. First point. The second point, lest anyone disbelieve the idea that the solutions to our climate crisis and our economic crisis are the same. Go a little deeper on all the different pieces here. We've talked about the great contractors in Recurrent, Bass Electric, but Sunlink did the racking systems here, and they're over in Richmond. SunTech is a company that's got their North American headquarters right here in San Francisco as well. It's hired about 60 people in San Francisco. So at basically every level of the value chain, we're creating more jobs, really the backbone of the new renewable economy. This is a really nice illustration of what can happen as we continue to scale the solar industry in California. So with that, I'll turn it back over.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, very, very much. I really appreciate you being here. We're now going to install a solar panel so you can see
one quick
how it's done.
before we do that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Just because I forgot this, and Tony reminded me. On Monday, and Adam brought this up and actually prompted me a second time, we're finally moved forward with our green financing program this Monday. So 6 days from today, Monday, you will be afforded the opportunity. $150 million has been appropriated, again, because of the good stewardship and support of members of the Board of Supervisors, Supervisor Chu again and Supervisor Marr. We have the opportunity to allow you to do this at home, so that this is not just a municipal project. This can be your own personal home project, not just putting solar, but weatherization, water conservation, energy efficiency. You can finance all of that. You're not out of pocket. You don't have to put up a dollar to get all of that work done to save you money. And we will put it on the back of your property taxes and pay it over the course of the loan. This is the biggest green financing program in the United States of America, as this solar project's arguably the biggest of any municipal project anywhere in the United States of America. Again, we are thinking big, we are acting big, and we are doing big. We are delivering. These projects really, I think, will set the bar for others across the country. And so, again, I just wanted to acknowledge that and reference that. And also, just a quick thing, you know, all this comes together. You know, you heard Adam mention SunTech. You know, that was because of China SF and Michael Cohen, the Mayor's Office of Economic and Workforce Development, went out and recruited SunTech to open up their headquarters here in San Francisco. And that happened because we had a Green Tech Advisory Committee. And that advisory committee came up with tax incentives to get companies and recruit them to the city. So all of this is part of a larger narrative. These things just don't happen. But they happen in San Francisco because people are working together, and we have been multidisciplined in terms of how we've approached projects like this and efforts like this. So I can't impress upon you more how enthusiastic I am and how pleased I am, and the spirit that brings us all here together, spirit Barbara Hale and others have been fighting for at PUC for many, many years, now taking shape. So with that, Laura, are we ready to?
Ready. So please join us now. The mayor and Arno Harris are going to install a panel.
Let it down?
Let it down. Yeah. Throw the pin in? I don't know. We're good. Okay. In there? At the bottom? All right.
Love it.
Well done.
It's like Murphy's Law, right?